Hi, good morning. Happy New Year to you guys. I know I had a bit of a blowout in the last video. I just hope that some of you do understand some of the frustration that we have here. Before we begin on with the Earth Alpha at a glance information, just want to say a big thank you to the few people that are supporting us here. Bit of a frustrating end to the last year, and I think if you watched the last video you'll gather that. Nevertheless, one of the frustrations I have here is trying to explain to people that we do something completely different to what a lot of other YouTubers do and a lot of other websites do. And that is that if you're like me, you've probably got a few other subscribers on YouTube, you'll find that they are in the business of collecting information on stories that have already broke and bringing it to your attention in a conglomerate or a related area of a particular topic. Could be arable land going offline, could be the floods around the world. It's very easy to do that, and you don't need anyone else to do that. You can go onto the website if you have an interest in these particular topics and just do a simple search. It'd be easy for me every day to bring to your attention the latest flood that has happened around the world. Although that information is important, what we do here at the observatory is bespoke. And the only way we can do that is by using the equipment that we've got. And every week now we bring to your attention the levels of things like atmospheric CO2 in parts per million. You can see it's at 430 parts per million as of today. It's like the atmospheric oxygen levels. These things are the indicators that our planet is in a very fluid and changing environment. And if you've been following what we've been doing over the last 5 years, you'll know that we took an approach that a lot of other channels on YouTube didn't, and that was to get the equipment so that we wouldn't regurgitate broken news stories, and we could bring that information to you as accurately as what we recorded it on the day. And that is the same for the magnetic latest pole position. So we do something completely different to what others do. We don't regurgitate news like everybody else. It'd be very easy, I think you'll agree, for me to do that. But what we do is, by using the scientific method, collect the data on these anomalies and relay that to you. I think that's what you call a service. And all we ask is that a few people chip in here and there to keep that service going. Now, it's always been non-mandatory that what we do here is not necessarily demanded of everybody to support it. The reason for that is because we understand, especially in the current climate, not everybody can afford to chip in and keep an observatory running. But if you've been following me for a couple of years, you'll know I'm very resourceful with whatever we raise. And it is frustrating sometimes because we fail to even keep a single person's salary going here at the observatory. And it's a real shame, because to get the skill sets that I've got that puts all this together, running a website, a little bit of using edited programs so that you get the information you need in a format. I know it's not Hollywood standards by any means, but it's in a method that, and in a way that you can understand hopefully what is going on, and you get the nitty-gritty. But the skill sets range from engineering, electronics, programming, and putting it together in a method that people grasp. All those skill sets rarely come together, and we do manage to do that at this observatory for you guys. All we ask is, in return, a little bit of support financially. And like I said, it's not mandatory, but it will stop if the funding stops. So that's it in simple terms. We want to keep you informed at the observatory, especially on that rare anomaly that's taking place, because it is from that one anomaly that we are facing so many climatic changes in our world. And I think it's important that we all do show a bit of interest and not just take our world simply for granted. You know, recently in the last couple of months, we've reported that not only in our history of our solar system, some strange things has taken place with, you know, planets losing the magnetosphere like Mars, and what the implications would be if our planet, you know, failed to produce a magnetosphere at the end of this pole reversal. But also recently about the atmosphere collapsing on the most outermost planet in our solar system, Pluto. It really should send it home that, you know, there are some big changes taking place in our atmosphere and in our solar system that could really change everything about our daily lives in a blink of an eye. And we should pay attention to that, I believe, and for that reason not take it for granted. So guys, if you're interested not only in the information with regards to the magnetic pole news, and every week now with the Earth health at a glance, and you know that covers the latest earthquake in the last 24 hours, muons per square meter, which can only come from the equipment, if you have it, which we have, like the CO2, atmospheric oxygen, the Trimag system, as well as all our other magnetometers around the world. If you're interested in supporting that, simply, there's a link down there. And we don't need to raise millions to keep this going. We just need moderately every month a little bit of help and assistance. And the main thing here is, what I wanted to bring to your attention is that we aren't just regurgitating news. We're using a scientific method in that we record the information from, you know, the bespoke equipment that we've got, and we relay that to you. So if you're interested in your world and what's been going on over the last week, go on to poleshiftnews.com. We've updated that this morning for you. And if you're interested in keeping our little observatory going for the foreseeable future, as we approach this, you know, event which could possibly take place in the next 2.5 years, then there's a link there and you can support us doing that. And the only other thing to say is, guys, you know, you have an amazing day, and we'll be back with whatever, you know, information we gather over the next week we feel is important for you. And you know, we'll try and keep it, as we always do, you know, honest, scientific, and what else is there to say? Okay, have a great time. As always, guys, bye for now.